Hello everybody, welcome back to Authenticity with Lindsay. Today we are going to be diving in a little bit further into my journey in LA. So today I'm going to be talking about some of the challenges I faced, things I've learned about relationships, and just in general some of the growth areas that I have made since moving here. If you didn't catch my previous video, that video captures things that I've learned about myself since being here. So today I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into some of the challenges I've faced. Let's get into it. So one of the first things that happened when I first moved here is I got into my very first car accident. I was T-boned. This happened maybe about 6 months after moving here. So this is what my car looked like. I was driving, I remember it was a Thursday around like 7:30. I was on Melrose, which is in West Hollywood. Next thing I know, someone had T-boned my car. I couldn't get out of my driver's seat door. I had to get out of the passenger seat. My whole door was like caved in and people had to help me out of the passenger door. The guy was maybe 60 years old, clearly had been drinking. I was bleeding a little bit from my arms and my legs just because the glass had shattered. I learned after the fact that I actually had a concussion, but I think the first week after my accident, my body was in complete shock because I remember I had a trip planned already to go to Louisiana. I have family down there. So I went, and it's crazy because during that moment, I realized how much your body can actually go into shock, because it wasn't until I came back from my trip from Louisiana where I actually everything just hit me. I felt like I got hit with a brick in my face of my whole body was aching. But I ended up seeing a chiropractor. I went to go get checked out. I had to get a whole new car since moving here. I went a month without a car here, I want to say. If you're familiar with LA, it is very difficult trying to navigate the streets here without a car. But I walked a lot. I took the bus. I was very independent still during that time, but that really just showed me that I had angels all around me, but also just life, anything can happen, really. So I don't know what the lesson was in general in the universe during that time, but that was a very challenging time for me. And to be in a new state and to get in a car accident and not really have people to call or to help you was very, very challenging. But it's been 2 years now, and thankfully I am okay. Tying into what I said in a previous episode about having this lonely girl in me, I dated a little bit when I first moved to LA. I did. That didn't go as well, and honestly through those experiences made me realize how much I truly needed to work on my boundaries. I think I just had a lot of confusion on what connection truly looked like. I think I assumed that people had pure intentions when I would hang out with them. I just have learned it's okay to say no. It truly is okay to say no. I think that was definitely something that I had to work on with myself and to heal through with myself. I also feel like back in Minneapolis, I wasn't really going out a lot, and so I feel like coming here, being new, you want to go out, you have to meet new people. I feel like it really challenged me to face how I handle relationships, how I connect with people, how that looks with women and men. Just really understanding people's intentions, because I really do feel like people preyed on the newness and that clashed with my genuineness. I think also too, through that experience showed me that it's also okay to just spend time on my own. I don't always have to actively be speaking to somebody. I was in a relationship, I want to say we broke up in 2021. So I feel like I also just let me focus on myself. I don't need to be speaking to someone all the time. I really wanted to just dive deep into who am I when no one is around? Who am I as an individual? Who am I when I'm not in a relationship? And so a part of that experience was truly just taking time to myself, not entertaining people on Instagram, not feeling like I had to respond to people on Instagram, because that was also something too. I felt like I had to respond to people, but I truly had to realize I don't owe people anything. I don't owe people a response. I don't owe people a conversation if I don't want to. I don't have to engage just because people want to engage with me. I feel like that was a very pivotal growing moment for me, is that I can just truly lock in on myself, on my journey, on my growth, so that when it comes that time when I do meet somebody, I will be my best healed, authentic, confident self. I feel like I really had to learn that people need to earn my time. People need to earn my trust. It's not something that I need to give to people, especially in terms of the things they say or who they say they are or how they're going to treat me, or just in general. I wish that I was more picky in terms of who I gave my energy to. I have come a long way. I feel like also living on my own and not necessarily speaking to other people has also given me time to reflect about me in my previous relationships and how I showed up, or where I could have gone wrong, or how I contributed to certain behaviors. And it's been really cool. It's like 24 to 25 was probably my biggest growth, trying to get acquainted to LA. And I'm 26 now. I had a lot of uncomfortable moments. I also realized that I can change those narratives. Like how I lived my life, majority of my life, does not have to be how I live my life in continuation of my life. Like I can change that narrative. I can practice different behaviors. I can have boundaries. I really do feel that I learned to trust myself more and to go in things with confidence. A really big thing that I also had to navigate is my dad had a heart transplant in January of 2025. My dad has historically had heart issues for at least the last 10 years of my life, and he just slowly kept getting worse, even though his body didn't always show that. So being away from family, that was really challenging. My dad spent at least 4 months in the hospital. I was going back and forth from LA to Minneapolis to go visit him, to be supportive. Me and my dad are really, really close. So that was a really difficult time, having to go to work, go to the gym, speak to my family, see my dad on a ventilator. It was really, really difficult. And I'm so grateful for where he's at now. He has been totally on the up now, which we're so grateful for. But it also just shows you how precious life really is. Like he literally has a whole new heart. Truly a blessing. It was just a really trying time. Very grateful for healthcare and medicine. Great team for my dad, a great cardiologist for my dad. That was a very challenging time. A big thing for me as well was just trying to navigate friendships. I feel like for a majority of my life, I haven't really had like a big friend group. I always think like my freshman year of high school, I probably had the most friends, but even then, like high school is probably my least favorite time. I felt very isolated. People were always trying to start drama with me. It was really just not an enjoyable time for me. During college, I always made friends that were long distance. We would go to school together and then I would leave and I would just have these friends in all these different area codes. So coming to LA and having to make friendships with people was a very interesting time for me too. It also challenged me to work on my social skills and putting myself out there, being confident. So I had a lot of trial and error. Maybe I was too trusting, just having people come in my life, think that they can talk to me however they want, or ghost me, or exploit me. It's been a journey with that too. I will say that I've met some genuine people at my gym. The gym has been a great way to network and to make friends. Like we have something in common. So I'm thankful for the gym. Also people that I know from Minnesota who's also living here. It's been truly a blessing also having that too. That was another thing that I learned about myself as well, is like I feel like I don't let a lot of people into my life. And so when I do feel like I build some sort of like attachment or like friendship with somebody and they leave, it's like almost devastating. That was really difficult for me to get over. But I also learned through that, like, no, you don't get to talk, do, and think that you can come and go in my life and I'm just going to stay. I feel like through relationships, it's really taught me my value, and I needed to hold myself to a higher standard in terms of what I would tolerate or who I will keep around. That I am a great asset to people's life. I'm not going to tolerate people who are inconsistent, and I think that I gave way too many chances to people. So that was a very big growth aspect for me. I'm very happy that I came to that realization as well. Thank you all so much for tuning in to this episode. I am literally sweating. It is so hot in my apartment, but I wanted you guys to be able to hear me, so I turned off my air. But if you see me looking a little red, it's because I'm hot. I'm very hot right now. So before I burn up too much, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. I plan to continue to yap your guys' head off about different topics, vlogs, day in the life. If any of this resonated with you all, be sure to give a thumbs up or just to generally show support to your girl. I will see you all in my next video.